One day, Amari approaches Mzitao with a burning question, his eyes full of curiosity. Mezitao, how can I grow to be wise and respected like you? I want to be someone who achieves great things, like the mighty lion who rules the plains. Mezitao, with a gentle smile, strokes his graying beard, looking out at the vast plains stretched before them. Amare, if wisdom and greatness are what you seek, I will share with you a story about a little baobab seed and the journey it must take. Sit with me and listen closely. A long time ago, in this very land, there was a young baobab seed lying in the dry earth, dreaming of one day becoming a mighty tree that could reach the heavens. The seed was impatient, dreaming of the day it would tower above everything, providing shade and fruit. It longed for the praise and respect of the creatures of the land, who would look up to it in awe. But that year the rains were late. Each day the sun beat down, and the little seed grew anxious. As weeks turned to months, a tiny shoot finally sprouted. But it was no grand towering tree. It was only a fragile sapling. And the land was not kind. Harsh winds bent it. Animals trampled around it, and droughts withered its leaves. One day, as the young sapling struggled against a fierce wind, a tortoise ambled by. The tortoise, seeing the little baobab struggle, stopped and spoke in a slow, steady voice. "Why are you so troubled, young sapling? I was meant to be a great tree, tall and strong, but look at me, I am small, weak, and barely holding on. When will I reach the greatness I dream of?" The tortoise chuckled softly, his eyes wise and patient. "Ah, young one, I once felt the same way. I too wanted to be swift like the antelope, to impress the animals with my strength and speed. But as I tried to rush, I stumbled and fell many times. Eventually, I learned that I was made to walk slowly, carefully, and to enjoy each step of my journey." As the seasons passed, the baobab continued to grow, slowly and steadily. It faced hardships each year: heat, cold, storms, and sometimes the loneliness of being a solitary tree in the open field. But over time, its roots grew deeper, anchoring it firmly in the earth. It discovered springs of water below the surface, and learned to bend with the wind instead of resisting it. Finally, one day, after many years, the baobab had grown tall and mighty. Animals now rested in its shade. Birds built nests in its branches, and people gathered its fruits. But what surprised the baobab most was that it no longer thought of greatness, strength, or size. What mattered most to it was the journey, the years it had spent growing, learning, and adapting. Mezitao ends his story, and Amari is silent, lost in thought. Finally, he speaks, a newfound wisdom shining in his young eyes. So, it was not just becoming a big tree that made the baobab wise, but all it learned along the way. "I think I understand now, Mezitao. It's not about rushing to be respected or great. It's about learning and growing little by little." Mezitao nods, pleased with Amari's insight. "Yes, young one, greatness comes to those who understand that life is not a race, but a journey. The lessons you learn, the challenges you face, and the patience you grow, these make you wise and strong. Remember, in all you do, enjoy each step, for that is where the true magic of life lives." As the sun begins to set, Amari sits quietly, gazing up at the ancient baobab tree, feeling a deep sense of peace. He understands now that the journey itself is a gift, that wisdom and greatness cannot be rushed but must be grown from within. What can we learn from this story? True greatness comes not from the end achievement, but from the growth and patience developed along the journey. In a world that often values quick success, we must remember that the real treasures are found in the experiences, lessons, and strength we gather along the way.